In this lesson, we're going to be talking about malicious traffic. Now, there's actually several kinds of malicious traffic, and sometimes there's actually traffic that appears to be malicious, although it may be just a problem with either a mistaken configuration or a piece of equipment that's maybe about to fail. What I'm actually going to look at, though, is a couple of different types of attacks, and a lot of these attacks actually have been mitigated by fixing the TCP/IP stacks in the operating systems. We're going to be looking at a particular attack shortly where it's actually been fixed because it has to do with some data that's really not correct and it should have been ignored. But the first thing I want to look at is something that's called a SYN flood. Now, a SYN flood has to do with the SYN flag in the TCP header. We've got the SYN flag set. Now, as you'll remember, a SYN flag is actually the first step in the three-way handshake. And so what we should expect back from this is a SYN ACK from the recipient. What actually happens here is we've spoofed the source address. So this is a forged source address. And so the destination here is not going to reply to the system that actually sent the message. It's actually going to reply to this source address. And you can see there's a lot of random source addresses here. And the idea behind this is a system can only take in so many connections before the connection buffer is actually full. Any system has some maximum number of connections it can take. And in addition to that, it's got some maximum number, probably a not huge number of half-open connections that it can accept before it has to start rejecting them because it's waiting for these half-open connections to actually complete. So a half-open is when I send a SYN to another system, and that other system is going to respond with a SYN ACK. Now that other system is going to consider this particular communication half open until it receives an ACK back from me. In this case, because we've got a spoofed source address here, we're never actually going to get the ACK back because this source address here is spoofed. Now, if I do this from enough different systems with enough different source addresses here, what I can do is overwhelm the ability of the receiver to actually receive any new connections, which is a denial of service attack because legitimate connections are now no longer being formed because we've got these half-open connection buffers full with these bogus half-open connections. So that's what a SYN flood is. And that was pretty common a while back. It can still work to a degree, although we have figured out some ways to mitigate that between timers and increasing buffer sizes, and there are various other mechanisms that are used to prevent SYN floods from actually being all that effective. Another type of attack, there are actually a number of different names for different variations of it, but what it is where we've actually got a number of fragments, and you can see here we've got fragment IP protocol. In this case, it's actually using UDP, but it's a fragment, and it's where the fragment offsets actually overlap. So we've got a number of different messages where we should be actually putting the messages back together because we can see that they're fragmented. But when we put them back together, we see like a puzzle where the pieces are out of order. It doesn't actually fit quite right. And the reason for that is because our offsets are such that the fragments actually end up overlapping. And what we used to get from this sort of attack is operating systems could actually crash because they'd be trying to fit a packet back together in a particular way and it just wouldn't fit, and they weren't really capable of handling that. Of course, since then, we've gotten a lot more robust with our handling of these sorts of things, and when we run into errors like this, we will typically just get messages that get discarded. That's actually another type of malicious traffic. Now, as I said, there are really a number of others. For example, another one is the land attack, where if you set the source IP and the destination IP and the source port and the destination port the same, you end up causing a problem. This one that we were looking at here is actually what's called a teardrop attack. There are things like Smurf attacks, which go after broadcast addresses with ICMP echo requests. And there's a Fraggle attack, which is a similar sort of thing to a Smurf attack, other than it uses UDP messages. So there's a lot of different types of malicious traffic. And as we've gone through time, we've actually fixed implementations. So a lot of the silly things about the way we handle error conditions in packets and flags, we don't actually crash anymore. We actually handle them a lot more gracefully. But I did want to show you some different types of malicious traffic so that you could see a little bit what it looks like and why it actually behaves maliciously and the type of things that it can actually do.